Hello, travelers. Welcome to the Copperfoxinn. I'm Thomas the Human Bard, and I am joined by...
Onog, the half-orc barbarian.
And today, we're on a side quest. We're talking about Unearthed Arcana again.
Yeah, oh, boy.
We just had a huge Unearthed Arcana drop, and it is 13 pages long, and we're gonna dig into this meaty piece of work that they've given to us here. The overall kind of vibe of this Unearthed Arcana is class feature variants. So this isn't just one new subclass or a new spell list or something. It is like minor changes to every single class in the entire game. Ways that it either replaces their features listed out in the player's handbook or enhances them, adding a new like paragraph addendum to their features.
Mm-hmm. And I just find this so interesting that this is the Unearthed Arcana we got immediately after going in our previous side quest of saying, like, nah, I don't think they're going to do a player's handbook too. And then they released this.
Mm-hmm. They've released 12 subclasses, an entire new feature variant list. Maybe they're working on something.
Yeah, and this is the same amount of info dump kind of a thing that we got before, like, Xanathar's Guide dropped, as they were just pumping out just random Unearthed Arcanas and seeing how we reacted, and then it was like, oh, that's because these are going into the next book. So we might be on the verge of that, contrary to what we said before.
Yeah.
Especially in the light of just every class gets an update of some kind or another.
Yep. Yeah, so let's get started. We'll go through and we're going to make an individual kind of section for each of the classes where we talk about them and the features that are getting adjusted. But we'll start off by just talking about the one feature adjustment for all classes. The proficiency versatility. For 4th level and higher, it enhances your ability score improvement. When you gain an ability score improvement feature for your class, you can replace it. You can also replace, one of your skill proficiencies with a skill proficiency offered by your class at 1st level. So you can essentially swap out a proficiency whenever you get an ASI. Mm-hmm. Just like a general change of an option for if you want to have a bit more flexibility with skill proficiencies, if you're worried that you made the wrong choices early on, you want to kind of adjust to fit your campaign as you level up. Mm-hmm. This is kind of an option for that.
Well, and that's honestly like kind of a nice segue into just a lot of these abilities are the ability and flexibility to change things that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to change from like character creation. When it's like, oh, I love True Strike. That sounds like a cool idea. And now there are all these abilities that go, hey, did you pick a dumb cantrip you never use? Would you like to switch that out? And it's honestly, I love just about all of these. It's so nice. And a lot of it is, this is like the Monopoly's house rules Unearthed Arcana, where it's like, perhaps a lot of people have sort of been implementing this. Like, I know I've let characters entirely rebuild I've let players entirely rebuild their characters after a couple of sessions because they realized, like, oh, I wanted to be more charismatic than I currently am. Like, that's how I envisioned my character. Can I, like, switch some things around? And I'll go, yeah, do it. You can completely rebuild your character if you're like, oh, that none of this is working and I hate all of this kind of a thing. Yeah. And this is just in the rules actually written down ways of going, I hated everything I picked about my character. Who even uses investigation? ?
Instead of the time-honored tradition of self-sacrifice as a means of getting rid of your character and building a new one.
And starting over with his brother, Johann.
Or his son, Johann Jr.
Johann Jr., yeah.
Just rebuild that character from the ground up by walking that character right into a dragon's breath weapon attack. Being like, I'm tired of this guy. Let's make a new one. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only feature that is going to adjust all classes. Mm-hmm. And so that's where we'll end this episode. Join us next time for where we cover the Barbarian.
All right.
Keep on adventuring.
Yeah.